They are known as Beta Israel, one of the lost tribes who for centuries had dreamed of coming home to the Promised Land. That dream began to be realized in the 1970s and was dramatically accelerated in the 1980s and 90s. One of those dramatic events was a 7-week clandestine operation by the Israeli government to bring them home. First, they had to leave their homes and make their way to the Sudanese border. Many traveled by foot, risking injury, violence, and starvation. And finally, they were airlifted to Israel, sometimes children without their families taken from the desert to the modern land of Israel. I imagine a little girl. I call her Leah. She awoke in the middle of the night. Her mother was shaking her. "Wake up, sweet girl. Wake up. It's time to go now." The bags were packed, and she dressed quickly, like her mother told her, with extra layers of clothing. I wonder what were in the bags. What do you take when you're forced to leave your home? When the danger of the journey is no worse than staying where you are? When not knowing if you're going to survive it or where you'll end up is no worse than waking up in your own home but not knowing if you'll live through the day? I imagine Leah's father. He was the leader of the community and the keeper of the sacred text, the Oriyt. When he packed those bags, he didn't forget this beautiful book that had been passed through generations, that contained the 5 books of Moses, the books of Joshua and Ruth and Judges. It was written in the Ge'ez language. He carefully wrapped it in beautiful fabric and carried it the entire way. They joined some people along the way, but many of them didn't make it. One day, it was a particularly hot day. Leah's mother said to her, "Close your eyes, don't look. Whatever you do, don't look." She did what she was told. She held her head high and walked on, not seeing the images that I imagine. She just kept walking, holding her father's hand and his other hand, holding the Oriyt. Operation Moses rescued 8,000 Ethiopian Jews and brought them to Israel. There were more than 30 flights, and with them came the Oriyt. In early 1985, news of this secret mission was leaked to the media, and it became too dangerous to continue. The rest of the Ethiopian community would have to wait almost a decade before they too could come home. When the Oriyt was brought to the National Library of Israel, there was a great celebration, a festive ceremony. And during that celebration, one of the community leaders read from the Oriyt, just as I imagine Leah's father read from it on their journey from Ethiopia through Sudan and finally to Israel. What would you take if you had to leave your home? If war or famine, intolerance or hatred drove you out? Perhaps it is that which preserves identity, heritage, or faith that's worth carrying, so that it serves as a witness to tell the lives of these people, to tell their story.